Coming up with ideas is hard enough. Getting others to believe in them is even harder. The majority of ideas fail when it comes to presenting the ideas to those who control the money. How do you create a pitch that will unleash the resources you need for your ideas? I'll be right back.
This is the Killer Innovations Podcast with Phil McKinney. Keep in mind that the information and opinions expressed in this podcast are Phil's, and Phil's alone, and they don't necessarily reflect those of his past, current, or future employers. Now, here's Phil McKinney.
The basic idea of having an idea is that something has to change. You are either creating a new product, modifying an existing one, proposing a change to a process, or some other change. Even if your idea is the best thing ever invented, it's the best thing since sliced bread, it's still going to require someone to change. And people are not that open to change no matter how great your idea is. So when you and your idea come before someone that doesn't want to change, you are starting off with a significant disadvantage. Smart organizations embrace change, no matter how uncomfortable it is. They create organizations and tools that allow for ideas to be submitted, to be reviewed, to be approved, to be validated, to be put into the market. They look for those catalysts of change. Old, stodgy organizations resist change and avoid enabling change to find any traction within the organization. They, in fact, will spend an inordinate amount of time simply building roadblocks. They'll put in laborious processes. They'll put in levels of management. They'll put lots of things in place in order to prevent new ideas from coming in to the organization. Now, since most of us don't work for those types of organization, the success of an idea falls on how well we do with our pitch. And keep in mind, the better the pitch, the more likely we will be in finding an executive who will sponsor your idea. What are the steps to creating a killer pitch? 1. Make sure your idea is ready. The most common mistake I see is that people are pitching the idea too early in the process. And some people get so wrapped up in the early concept, they spend all their time telling everyone how great their idea is well before they've thought through all the issues, the questions, the challenges that idea is going to face. Some of the people in this category get vocal about, quote, how management doesn't get it. Now, if management had half a brain, they would be all over this idea. Management gets it. You haven't put in the homework to have an idea that is far enough along. You're pitching the idea way too soon. Have you thought through the entire life cycle of that product? Have you thought through what are all the risks and issues that this product's going to have? Have you thought about the competition? Have you thought about the amount of investment, the amount of return, the size of the market? In many cases, it's all about the idea that this thing is going to be better, faster, cooler, but you haven't thought through all of the other issues around the idea. Don't skimp on the homework. Put the time in before you start thinking about the pitch. Second, how big is your idea? The bigger the idea, the more time, effort, and homework you'll need to put in and invest in creating the pitch. Some possible idea scopes, just to give you a feeling for the range, include, first of all, maybe some minor tweak to an existing product or service. Maybe not a lot of homework. Maybe it's an idea that you can pitch and it's easily grasped by the person on the other side because they're familiar with the product. 2, a major new area in your core business. So you've got a core of your business that you're serving today, whether it be your products, geography, customer segments, however you define core, but maybe it's a major area. That's going to require a little bit more work. What about taking your core business into a logical adjacency, into a new market by customer segment, a new